Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, why do I feel older than I look? Or maybe you've noticed that your joints are a little stiffer in the morning, or your skin has lost that smooth glow it used to have. Some of it, sure, is just part of life. But what if I told you that a few things in your daily routine, yes, even that comforting drink you've been sipping for years, might be speeding things up more than you realize? Now don't worry. This isn't one of those lectures telling you to throw out everything you love. This is more like a gentle nudge, a warm conversation between friends. Because the truth is, some drinks we've come to rely on out of habit, out of comfort, out of tradition, may be doing our bodies more harm than good, especially after 60. But the good news? There are simple, delicious replacements that can nourish your body and slow the clock, instead of speeding it up. Let's talk about one that might surprise you. That sweet, fizzy soda you reach for on a hot afternoon. Maybe it's a cola, or maybe it's a diet version with 0 calories that makes you feel like you're making the healthier choice. The problem isn't just the sugar or even the artificial sweeteners, it's the effect those ingredients have on your body's cells. You see, sugar is sneaky. It causes something called glycation, which basically means sugar molecules attached to proteins in your body, especially collagen, the very thing that keeps your skin firm and smooth. Over time, this process can lead to wrinkles, inflammation, and even joint pain. And if it's a diet soda, the artificial sweeteners may trick your brain into craving more sweets, leading to overeating and blood sugar spikes. Either way, it's not doing you any favors. Now, I'm not saying you have to go cold turkey, but what if you swap that afternoon soda for a glass of sparkling water with a squeeze of fresh lime or orange? You still get that fizz, that little sparkle on your tongue, but without the sugar crash. And if you want a little sweetness, add a splash of 100% fruit juice or a drop of stevia. Just that one change can give your skin and your energy a boost. Now let's move on to something that feels even more personal: your morning coffee. I know. For many of us, coffee isn't just a drink. It's a ritual, a comfort, a warm friend waiting in the kitchen every morning. And believe me, I'm not here to take that away from you. But here's the thing: coffee itself isn't the villain. In fact, in moderation, black coffee can have antioxidants and even support brain health. The issue is what we put in it. Think about it. Are you adding spoonfuls of sugar, creamers with unpronounceable ingredients, flavored syrups that taste like dessert in a cup? Those extras might feel harmless, but over time, they can create a steady drip of chemicals, sugars, and fats that slowly wear on your heart, your weight, and your brain function. That daily cup becomes a silent contributor to inflammation, the root of so many age-related problems. So what can you do instead? Try easing into a healthier version of your favorite cup. Switch to a natural creamer like unsweetened almond milk, oat milk, or even just a dash of real dairy if it suits your body. Replace sugar with a sprinkle of cinnamon. It's not only flavorful, it helps regulate blood sugar too. And if you love flavored coffee, try infusing your beans with a cinnamon stick or a piece of vanilla bean. You might be surprised how delicious coffee can be without all the additives. And you know what? If you're open to something new, warm herbal teas can be a beautiful companion in the morning. Ginger, turmeric, rooibos, each one offers its own special benefits for your joints, your digestion, your skin. It's not about giving up what you love. It's about making your drink love you back. Now think about those moments in the evening when you pour yourself a little something to unwind. Maybe a glass of wine. Maybe a stronger spirit. You tell yourself, it helps me relax. I deserve it. And you do. But here's the thing. Alcohol, even in moderate amounts, can dry out your skin, disrupt your sleep, and cause inflammation in your liver and gut. Over time, it may even mess with your memory. That doesn't mean you can't enjoy a glass now and then. But what if, instead of making it a daily habit, you turn to something just as relaxing but far more rejuvenating? Imagine a tall glass of tart cherry juice mixed with still or sparkling water. Not only does it taste delicious, but it naturally helps your body wind down and even improves your sleep. Or a warm chamomile tea with a drizzle of honey, it's gentle on your body, calms your nerves, and prepares you for a restful night. See, the goal here isn't perfection. It's awareness. It's about looking at the little things we do every day and asking ourselves, is this helping me feel younger, or is it slowly wearing me down? Because your body is listening. And even at 60, 70, 80, and beyond, it can still bounce back. It just needs the right fuel, the right sips, the right little decisions, repeated with love and care. Now that we've touched on the drinks that might be aging you faster than you think, and how easy it can be to turn them into something revitalizing, there's another common beverage that tends to sneak under the radar. There's another common beverage that tends to sneak under the radar. It wears a healthy disguise. And many people, especially those trying to do the right thing, reach for it every single day, thinking it's doing them good. I'm talking about fruit juice. Yes, that tall, colorful glass of orange juice in the morning, or that sweet apple juice you sip with lunch. It feels natural, doesn't it? After all, it's made from fruit. And fruit is good for you, right? The answer is yes, but with a catch. Whole fruit comes with fiber, which slows down the sugar rush and helps your body absorb nutrients at a healthy pace. But when you remove that fiber and just drink the juice, you're left with a concentrated burst of sugar, sometimes more than a can of soda. What happens next is a roller coaster your body doesn't enjoy. Your blood sugar spikes, your insulin kicks in, and before long, you're crashing. That can lead to inflammation, weight gain, and even put strain on your heart over time. And the worst part? You might still feel like you're doing something healthy, which makes it even harder to spot. Now, this doesn't mean you have to give up on the idea of fruit in a glass. It just means shifting how you enjoy it. Instead of a big glass of juice, try a fruit-infused water. Drop some slices of orange, berries, or even cucumber and mint into a pitcher of cold water. Let it sit, chill, and sip throughout the day. You'll get that refreshing flavor without the sugar overload. Or make a smoothie instead of juice one with whole fruits. Maybe a bit of spinach or chia seeds tossed in. That way, you keep the fiber, the nutrients, and give your body something truly nourishing. And here's another powerful upgrade. Consider switching to green tea. It's gentle, packed with antioxidants, and can actually help reduce inflammation. Some studies even suggest it may support brain health and slow signs of aging. Warm or iced, sweetened with a little honey, or left plain, it's a beautiful companion for your day. Speaking of things we often drink with the best intentions, let's talk about energy drinks and nutrition shakes. Maybe not everyone watching this drinks those, but more and more seniors are reaching for a quick pick-me-up in a bottle, especially when energy levels dip in the afternoon. And those clever little bottles with promises of boost, focus, or complete nutrition can look tempting. But when you look closely at the label, you might be surprised. Many of these drinks are packed with added sugars, artificial flavors, and synthetic vitamins your body doesn't always recognize or absorb well. Worse, some have caffeine levels that are far too high for older adults, leading to jitteriness, heart palpitations, or difficulty sleeping. Over time, these quick fixes can quietly drain your vitality rather than restore it. So what can you reach for instead? Especially when your energy starts to dip in the afternoon. Try a homemade shake with whole ingredients like a banana, a handful of oats, a spoonful of almond butter, and some unsweetened almond milk. Blend it up, and you've got real energy that lasts. Or if you're more of a sip and sit kind of person, try a golden milk latte made with warm plant milk, a bit of turmeric, cinnamon, and a dash of honey. It soothes the body, warms the soul, and supports joint health all at once. Sometimes, it's not even what we drink, but how we drink. Are you sipping mindlessly out of habit? Are you drinking enough plain water? Hydration alone can take years off how you feel. Your skin becomes more supple, your digestion works better, and even your brain feels sharper when you're well hydrated. It sounds so simple, but many older adults walk around mildly dehydrated without even realizing it. By the time you feel thirsty, your body's already been needing water for a while. So here's a gentle suggestion: make drinking water a little ritual. Pour it into a glass you love. Add a slice of lemon. Sit by the window. Sip slowly. Turn it into a moment that feels as special as your morning coffee or evening tea. Because the little things we do with intention often bring the greatest change. Now, maybe some of this feels overwhelming. That's okay. You don't have to change everything at once. Aging gracefully isn't about being perfect, it's about being kind to yourself. About noticing. About saying, what would support me better today? And choosing one small thing that lifts you up rather than weighs you down. Maybe it's skipping that soda today. Maybe it's trying herbal tea instead of that sugary coffee creamer. Maybe it's pouring water into a glass instead of reaching for the juice carton. These aren't huge sacrifices, they're gentle shifts. And with each one, your body thanks you. Because the truth is, your body still listens. It still heals. It still responds. Even if you're 60, 70, 80, or more. You are not past your prime, you're in a season of wisdom, of clarity, of calm. And when you give your body drinks that support that season, it responds with energy, with glow, with resilience. So today, maybe you take a quiet moment to look at your routine and ask, what's one drink I could trade just for today? And then smile to yourself, knowing that even one small change is a step toward feeling lighter, brighter, and more alive. One of the most overlooked drinks that quietly affects how we age is surprisingly simple store-bought flavored milk or pre-made iced coffee blends. You know the ones. They're sitting in pretty bottles at the grocery store, promising a creamy treat with just a little indulgence. Maybe it's a chilled mocha latte, or a vanilla milk drink that says it has calcium for strong bones. The truth is, these drinks are often loaded with hidden sugars, artificial thickeners, and preservatives. Even the ones labeled low-fat or heart-healthy can contain over 30 grams of sugar in a single bottle. That's nearly 8 teaspoons. That much sugar causes your insulin to spike, inflames your cells, and over time can make you feel sluggish, bloated, or tired after what was supposed to be a treat. And yes, it even contributes to that frustrating stubborn belly fat many of us start noticing after 60. But here's the hopeful part. You don't need to give up that creamy texture or comforting flavor. Not at all. Instead, make your own version at home, where you control what goes in. Try unsweetened almond milk blended with a frozen banana and a little cocoa powder. It tastes like dessert, but it's full of fiber, potassium, and antioxidants. Or warm up some oat milk with a splash of vanilla and a pinch of cinnamon. It's soothing, satisfying, and easy on your digestion. If you're someone who enjoys a sweet drink with lunch, swap that sugary iced coffee with an iced herbal tea. Peppermint or hibiscus, slightly sweetened with a drop of raw honey. Feels refreshing and gentle on the body. And as a bonus, no caffeine crash in the afternoon. Now let's pause here, because this isn't just about removing things. It's about replacing, about choosing, about honoring your body with what truly makes you feel alive. The drinks we choose every day matter more than we think. And the most powerful changes are often the quietest ones. The ones that don't come with a big announcement. The ones that start with a small cup and a thoughtful choice. Maybe you've spent decades drinking the same things, out of habit, out of culture, out of routine. That's okay. That history matters. But now, in this chapter of your life, you get to decide what supports you moving forward. You're not stuck with old patterns. You're wise enough to observe them, question them, and shift gently into something better. Because here's the truth no one says loudly enough. After 60, your body is still fully capable of repair, of renewal, of radiance. It may take a little more patience, a little more intention, but it's still very much possible. And the things you drink, day in and day out, are a big part of that. Water, herbal teas, homemade smoothies, even a small glass of fermented drinks like kombucha or kefir, they all help restore balance, reduce inflammation, and bring your body back into harmony. These aren't trendy wellness fads. These are ancient practices that your body understands at its core. And when you start making those small swaps, less soda, less juice, fewer sugary coffee drinks, you begin to notice things. Your sleep improves. Your skin feels less dry. Your mind feels a bit sharper in the mornings. You may even feel lighter on your feet. Less bloated, more vibrant. It doesn't happen overnight, but it happens. Quietly, surely, beautifully. So here's what I invite you to do today. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Today. Take one drink you usually have, just one, and ask, is this helping me feel younger, or is it adding years I don't need? And if the answer leans toward the second, try replacing it with something that nourishes, not just fills. You deserve drinks that do more than just satisfy your thirst. You deserve drinks that love you back, that support your heart, your skin, your brain, your bones, that whisper to your body, you still have energy to live. Let's use it well. And remember, this journey isn't about giving things up. It's about giving yourself more. More energy, more clarity, more freedom from the aches and fog that too much sugar, caffeine, and chemicals can bring. You've lived through so much. You've learned to navigate love, loss, change, and growth. You know what it feels like to carry responsibility, to care for others, to push through the tough days. So now, let this be your time to gently care for you, starting with something as small but mighty as what's in your cup. And if this conversation resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What drink have you already swapped? What's something you're thinking about changing? When we share our journeys, we make it easier for others to begin their own. If this video gave you a spark, go ahead and tap the like button. It tells us you're finding value here. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We're building a space where health and happiness don't retire, they evolve. Here's to you, to strength, to softness, to self-care, to living each day not just older, but wiser. More alive, more vibrant. Because you deserve that. Let's raise our glasses to drinks that help us age backward from the inside out. You know, it's funny how something as small as a drink can become such a deep part of our routine. It's not just about taste. It's about comfort. It's about the memories tied to that first cup in the morning, the clink of ice in the glass at lunch, or that soothing sip before bed. These little rituals carry meaning. And the beautiful thing is they can still be meaningful, even when we make them healthier. Because what we're really doing here isn't cutting things out, we're reshaping them into something more aligned with who we are now, who we've become, and who we still want to be. If you've ever felt like your energy runs out before the day does, if your skin's been looking a little dull, or if your joints don't move quite like they used to, just know this. Those aren't always signs of aging. Sometimes, they're signs of dehydration, inflammation, or just too much sugar sneaking in where you didn't expect it. And often, the first place that starts? Your glass. But the power is in your hands. With each drink you choose, each intentional sip, you're telling your body, I'm still here. I still care. And I still believe in my ability to feel well. You're not trying to be 20 again. You're choosing to feel good right where you are. To move through your day with clarity. To wake up feeling rested, not foggy. To walk with steady steps and a calm heart. And yes, all of that can start with something as gentle as what you pour into your cup. So if you're ready to embrace this new chapter, and I know you are, then start with curiosity. Try a new tea you've never had before. Pick up a beautiful water bottle that makes you want to drink more throughout the day. Maybe even make a fun weekly ritual of blending a new smoothie and calling it your glow drink. Let it be joyful. Let it feel like a gift. Because that's exactly what it is. A gift you give yourself. And don't worry about getting it perfect. You'll have days where the old habits sneak back in. That's human. That's okay. But the more you notice how good you feel after making a better choice, the more you'll want to keep doing it. Your body will remind you in the best possible ways. Less bloating, better sleep, softer skin, more steady energy, a little more peace in your chest, and fewer aches in your knees. You may even find your mood lifting, your mind clearing, and your afternoons feeling just a bit brighter. And here's the most important part. These small changes, they stack up. Over weeks, over months. They quietly build a foundation under your health that helps you stay independent, active, and joyful longer than you might think. Because aging isn't a downhill slide. It's a mountain you're still climbing. And each small choice, each better drink, is another step toward the view you want. Toward a life where you wake up feeling ready, not tired. Where your body feels supported, not burdened. Where your days feel rich and full, not rushed and drained. So let's toast to that, not with soda or sugary creamers, but with a drink that's full of life. Maybe it's a fresh herbal tea, a tall glass of water with lemon, or a creamy smoothie made with love. Whatever it is, let it remind you that you're choosing to live well, to care deeply for yourself, to age on your own terms. And if this video reminded you of something, made you smile, or gave you a little nudge, I invite you to share it with someone you care about. A friend, a neighbor, your walking buddy, your sister, your son. Let's help each other feel stronger, brighter, more vibrant, no matter the number on the calendar. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one drink you're thinking of swapping out? What's one new recipe or ritual you'd like to try? Your words might just inspire someone else to begin their own journey. If this message warmed your heart, hit that like button. It helps us keep reaching more people who need it. And if you'd like more uplifting, practical health content for your beautiful season of life, make sure to subscribe and tap the notification bell. Thank you for being here, for caring, and for choosing to live with intention. You are not too late. You are not too old. You are right on time for a life that feels just as good as it looks. So go ahead, pour yourself something nourishing. And as you take that first sip, smile. You're doing something wonderful for yourself. You deserve it. Here's to you, your health, your joy, and your journey. One sip at a time.